To some comments. So me and Sim had a heated debate yesterday regarding James Madison, Angry Ginge, and his video. And let's see how you guys reacted to it.
So, first comment. This is about me debating whether I'd swap Van de Ven for Rodrygo. Alex Banda 6390 says, Van de Ven is the best in his position. No footballer in the world. Sim, if Rodrygo is as good as you say, then why is he not getting a sniff at Real Madrid? Leao can play that position too. Van de Ven not going anywhere. There's no better player in that position.
Yeah.
Is he what? You think he's the best footballer in the world? Best player in the world? That's a bit much, isn't it? I mean, he's very good. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say he's. I don't know. You think he's the best centre back in the world?
I don't know if he's best. He's very close to being one of the best centre backs in the Premier League for sure. Like, out of left centre backs, let's talk about Premier League here. Like, who's better than him? You're talking about Gabriel. Apart from Gabriel, who? You got Van Dijk there, who's at the tail end of his career. You're not going to swap Van Dijk for Van de Ven now, are you?
I mean, Van Dijk's a better player than him right now.
Yeah, of course, but you're not. Are you going to swap them?
Is that the question though?
I'm asking a question. Are you going to swap them?
Probably not, no.
Exactly. So, I mean, who are you going to take?
If you're asking me for one season.
No, I'm saying, would you swap them, like, permanently?
No, that'd be silly.
Exactly. So, like...
I wouldn't swap him for Romero either.
Fine. But, yeah, I agree. So, who are you taking ahead of Van de Ven in the Premier League?
Maybe someone like Gabriel.
Yeah.
Saliba. He's a special talent, absolutely special talent. He is one of the best in the league. I agree with that.
And the trajectory he's going to be one of. It looks like he could be one of the best in the world.
100%. He is phenomenal. He's phenomenal, and he's been so consistent ever since he's come into the league. I agree with that, but the only thing is when it comes to this is not the debate isn't whether Van de Ven is one of the best in the league. It's the debate is what do you value in the team that's harder to get. I feel getting good attackers who can do something special is a harder hole to fill than getting a centre-back who can fill in at centre-back. No one can do what Van de Ven does, but I would argue you don't really need someone to do what Van de Ven does. What Van de Ven does is just really special and amazing, but you don't need that to be a successful backline. You don't need to have that pace. It's just incredible to have. Like, it's an amazing skill. But it's not
it's a tool. It's a tool in our team that nobody else has. Do you not like? I value that so highly.
I'm not saying I don't value it. I'm just saying you don't. It's not something that like no other centre back. Look at the best centre backs that's ever played. None of them have that pace, right? Because you don't need it to be an amazing centre back. It's an amazing attribute to have.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's obviously not bad. It's amazing.
So that means he's 1 in a million.
Yeah, he's special. But I'm just saying, to be in a good player going forward, it's harder to find someone special in the forward line. You can't just find. It's harder to basically have an attack with just like a functional winger, right? Wingers need to be special to be good. You know what I mean? If you want a winger who's going to get you to fill that role, they kind of need to be special. They need to be unbelievably talented. They're a lot harder to find than a defender. You can let's say Van de Ven leaves and you sign a defender. It's going to be harder to replace someone like Van de Ven. It's going to be harder to find a winger than it is to replace someone like Van de Ven with someone good enough to play the role, to play the centre-back role. Especially if you're someone like Frank who builds around the defence kind of at the moment and his... he doesn't leave his defenders as exposed. I think under Ange, I think it's much more value maybe to have someone like Van de Ven because of how much he covers the ground and we're playing the tag system. I'm just saying under Frank, when we have defenders protected, you don't necessarily need someone with such unbelievable pace to make that system work, if you know what I mean.
But, you probably think that Van de Ven will probably outlast the manager, and he's part of the squad like under any different system.
I don't want to sell Van de Ven. I'm not trying to say I want to sell it. I'm just saying, for me, I guess the debate for me is good attackers are harder to find than good defenders. And I always value if I get a really good attacker in, that is, that's kind of something I would value more than having a good quality defender.
I don't know. The way I look at it, I just think Mickey Van de Ven is a better centre-back than Rodrygo is a winger right now. That's just the way I look at it. And I think Rodrygo is great and everything, and I think he's got an unbelievable talent, but he hasn't fulfilled his potential as of yet. Like, he's done very well in his career in moments. Like, he's done very, like in that Champions League run you were talking about before, like he got them there. He produced in massive moments in, I think, semi-finals, and did he get it in a final as well? I can't remember, but he's an unbelievable talent. But I just feel I wouldn't sell Mickey van de Ven to get him in. It's just not something I would do, because I think Mickey van de Ven is 1 in a million, and
that's fair. And I don't think this is realistic anyway. We're not going to sell Van de Ven. And I think
it's not, but you know, you love talking about these hypotheticals.
Yeah. In terms of why he's not getting a sniff, they've got Mbappe, and they've got Vinicius Jr. So he's hard for him to get a place in his best position. I think if you played him in his best position, I think he would be one of the best players in that position in Europe. Like, I think he's brilliant. He's not as good as Vinicius and Mbappe, unfortunately, but those are two of the best players in Europe in that position. So it's hard to say, oh, you can't play ahead of them, so you must be, you can't be that good. He is good. He's very good.
He is good, but he's not Mickey van de Ven levels, like in terms of where they rank in their position. In my opinion.
In Europe?
Yeah.
I mean, how many left wingers are better than Rodrygo?
I mean, it's even hard to say, because, like, when's the last time Rodrygo's even played consistently in his position? Like, how do we even judge it? How do we even know?
You just look at what you've seen from him, Rodrygo. Not maybe in the last few months, but like in his career, he's been like great, I think. And there's a reason why he's got a transfer value of nearly 100 million, even though he's not been playing in his best position, because everyone can see at his age how the quality he's got. I think. Absolutely.
Everyone knows he's got the quality, but it's still like a massive question mark to bring him to the Premier League. Can he handle the physicality? He hasn't played in his natural position consistently for so long now. Like, I don't know. I think there's question marks there with Rodrygo.
So you wouldn't want him?
I'm not saying I wouldn't want him.
That's I'm not saying the internet works. You doubt him means you don't want him.
I'm not saying I wouldn't want him. I'll take him, but I just wouldn't take him at the detriment to Mickey van de Ven.
That's fair enough. Mojo Run says, never let Ben gamble because of his positivity. See Chelsea prediction. Never let Sim gamble because of his overthinking.
What's he on about?
I have no idea, but he basically never let us gamble. He says I'm guessing he's positing that when you put a bet on, you're over positive and you dream. And when I put a bet on, I just overthink what the possibilities are.
I thought I was overly negative.
I don't know. But you keep saying we're going to win.
Yeah.
You keep saying we're going to win every week.
Yeah. Let's see what happens in the North London derby.
Akio Kusham 2870 says, why would we give up Van de Ven and our undoubtedly best player right now, who consistently brings results, for someone unreliable like Rodrygo, who has a bunch of question marks? Van de Ven is a pivotal player for us. I don't see why we should give him up for someone who may or may not perform, not to mention Rodrygo is quite average at Real Madrid, apart from that one season where he popped off a bit. That's fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, probably. Let's not give up Van de Ven. I think I've...
You changed your mind now?
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally, it's been a day. Yeah, let's... But then, is there any winger you would give up Van de Ven for?
Vinicius, potentially.
Doku?
I love Doku, but he doesn't get enough goal contributions just yet. Is there any winger? Prime Son?
Prime Son
for sure.
Doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately.
Prime Son. I need to give up Mickey van de Ven. I need a winger that is going to guarantee me over 15 goal contributions a season.
Okay. You don't think Rodrygo can do that?
He hasn't ever shown it.
He has. He's had a couple of years, hasn't he? At Madrid at least, where he's had 15.
15 goals. 15 goals. Goals.
Okay, that's different. Maybe not goals. What's his career been like? Goal contribution, 17, 15, then last season 11. So it's not pretty good.
It needs to be 15 goals minimum.
Yamal?
Yeah, I'll take Yamal. I'll take would I take Rafinha for Mickey van de Ven? Don't think so.
Semenyo? Someone says Semenyo?
No.
Don't think there's really any in the not many in the Premier League. I would take, to be honest. I'm trying to think. Gordon? No.
Nah, no chance. Gordon's got no goal contributions this season. He got like 6 goals last season.
There's not really any City wingers I'll take. Saka?
Saka going to bin, mate. Saka, what has he got? Like 2 goal contributions this season. You know, the fall off with Saka, nobody's talking about it.
Exactly. Everyone's keeping Sturm because he's a star boy. Technically, so basically, there's not many wingers you'd
Lamine Yamal. Give me your Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal, that's it pretty much, and Vinicius Jr.
Desiree Doué?
Doué or Dembele or Kavisha.
These kind of guys.
These are the ones. But I honestly think Rodrygo, you could say he's at that level once he starts playing regularly for a team like that. I think, but we won't.
I don't think he's on that level just yet, but he needs to prove it.
He's not because of the circumstance, not because of how good he is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Technically Sound Soccer says, Sim thinks like a coach. I saw the thumbnail and title of the video, and then in my head, I thought it would be a very sad day. But I would let the Van de Ven go for a young Brazilian simply because of all the facts he stated. Van de Ven is older. Mickey is great, but when you weigh it all, Rodrygo is more valuable to our system. Also for reasons such as his ability to have a brilliant defender who isn't as pacey as Van de Ven, and we still be able to have great success. The pedigree the Real Madrid startup brings is something more valuable technically to us especially.
But also, like if you do that swap right and you get Rodrygo in the team, all of a sudden a top left centre-back becomes like the biggest need in the squad, and you know what I mean? So it's just like what you're missing at this moment in time.
But my point is that we just went through it. How hard is it to find left wingers and like good wingers who would, who could be stars? They're very, very difficult right now to find. Whereas left centre backs, I'm not as good as Van de Ven. Yes, they're not going to be any we can get. But you don't need someone as good as Van de Ven to make the system work.
To make the system work, but to be as good as we want to be.
Yeah, you don't need someone I don't think as good as Van de Ven.
I think you do.
You can get the next Van de Ven.
Who is that? Can't you get the next Rodrygo then?
Let's say Lukeba. Okay, I'm not saying right now he's as good as Van de Ven. But we just went through. There's not many wingers that are as good that are there right now. You're saying you want wingers right now who are going to give you goals and stuff. I think he can do that. There's not.
I said that's the only one I would swap a Van de Ven with.
I know,
but I still think there are wingers that can come in and do a very good job for Tottenham Hotspur. I can't roll the names off the top of my head right now, but there are wingers and up and coming wingers that can do a very good job for Tottenham. Of course, there are.
Yeah, there are wingers who can do a good job, but I'm saying special wingers. I think Rodrygo could potentially be in the special category. Like maybe it's hard to know that for sure with his game time.
Yeah, so you can't be willing to give up Van de Ven on a hunch. You know what I mean? Like I know he's shown that he's got potential, and I know he's shown he's got quality, but it's not a guarantee.
But then again, what if Van de Ven picks up another hamstring injury? Then all of a sudden you're like 3 seasons in a row with big hamstring injuries.
Yeah.
It's like, will he ever not have that?
As Stephen says in the comments, Van de Ven is one of a kind. And
it's true. Most
teams in European football right now would love to have Mickey Van de Ven in their team.
It's true. I don't deny that. Miles Out. I don't know who Miles is, but he wants
Miles out.
Says there are so many decent wingers like Rodrygo, but there's only one man, Van de Ven. 6'4", fastest in the league, tackles, headers, slots, shoots on both feet, and can slot goals.
Exactly,
What's
man.
What's the slots? What's he saying? He's saying slots and can slot goals. So what's slots individually?
He likes to play on the slots.
One of a kind, Mickey.
And every time he plays on the slots, he wins, mate.
Van de Ven, that pace of his makes him a complete one of a kind. I agree with that. I wouldn't say the other aspects he's particularly much better than other
It's
defenders.
when you put everything together, though, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. That pace makes him one of a kind. There's no other defender. I think I don't know if there's ever been a defender who's ever had that kind of pace that Van de Ven has. And especially with his height. You add in his height and that pace, he is becoming a world-class defender, that's for sure.
Yeah.
There are many decent wingers like Rodrygo. I mean, yeah, I get that. I guess, do you put him in like the Semenyo or Ndai category, or do you put him better than that? I do think he's better than those two, in my opinion. I get the argument. Maybe he's just in that category. And if you do put him in that category, then I think it's fair enough. Hung Diddley says Madders should be ashamed. Should be with the team, should be there helping Xavi improve his game, helping the team along. This whole leadership group is a complete piss take, though. Just have a captain, keep everyone in line and be done with it.
It's not like the leadership group is not. What did he say? The leadership group is not a piss take. I think every team has a leadership group now. It's just the way it works. And I think it's good to have a leadership group, to be honest. Yeah. And I think Madison has done a very good job in the leadership group, you know. He's you can see his leadership ability. You can see it in that video alone, like the way he's bringing players up and giving them pep talks and just showing
in the video of him recovering.
Yeah, and just showing general kind of leadership ability. You even see it on social media after games and stuff. Like,
I just don't want people to misconstrue you saying you can see in the video he did with Anki Ginge. Because that's a video
that you can't. No. But in terms of the video with Angry Ginge and him saying he should be ashamed, it's not a question of he should be ashamed or not. It's not like something that we should hold against him, and it's not like something where he's to say, oh, he should never have the captain's armband on, or he should never play for Tottenham. It's not that. It's just not right, and that's all it is. It's just a weird thing to do. Like, if you're part of a leadership, or if you're just a general football player, like, why are you doing videos of YouTubers whilst your team is playing? Like, why should you do that? I just don't get it.
Just good content. People enjoy to watch it. Well, this AC3 man says, are players not allowed to have friends that support other clubs now? We were supposed to be upset at Sonny for doing modelling instead of focusing on only his team. How dare Madison interact with anyone other than Tottenham fans? What a bizarre and silly thing to criticise.
But he can interact with whoever he wants, but when his team is playing and he's supposed to be part of the leadership group and he's an employee of the club and a very important employee of the club, like, there's no need to do the content during the game. Like, do it before, do it after, do it wherever you want.
Yeah, but it's where the action is during the game.
Yeah, but people will watch whatever them two put out, and if they do content together, whether it's during the game, outside of the game, people are going to watch it, and it's going to get major views.
Yeah.
So, just whilst the game is on, it's just not a good look, in my opinion.
It's like, well, we do watch-alongs, you know.
We're not Premier League footballers.
So what? I don't know if we were. We shouldn't do one.
No.
Why?
Because they're not YouTubers.
Ben Foster had a camera behind his goal, recording stuff.
Yeah, but he's
playing.
That was completely different.
He's making content during the game.
Yeah, and
concentrating on the game.
But also he got banned from doing that from his club at some point.
At one point, but I think they allowed him in the end. I don't know. Yeah, there was a talking point about it. But I don't know. Do people really think like him having a camera there stopped him playing at his best? And anyway, Madison's not even playing. He can't play. He's injured.
Yeah.
So why does it matter?
It's just a bit embarrassing, man. Like, he's trying so hard to be a YouTuber, and he.
Oh, I get it now. Stay in your lane, Madison. This is our territory.
It's not that. Like, I'm happy. I like watching his content. He's a good YouTuber in terms of. But when the game is on, focus on the game. Don't start like doing reactions with Angry Ginge.
He's watching the game. He's celebrating. You didn't see him celebrate when we scored?
Yeah, I did.
So it's just recorded. That's all. If he sat with Angry Ginge in the game and didn't record it, do you have the same issue? It's the fact that it's being recorded.
He should be on the bench with his other players like he is every single other game.
The same issue. It's about where he is.
Yeah, he should be on the bench with his teammates like he is every other game.
Bradley Taylor 5493 says, so many Gen Z morons in the comments. It's bad because it makes it seem like Madison doesn't care about the game and supporting his club as much as he cares about building his social media presence.
He's got like literally every other minute of the week to build his social media presence. He doesn't need to do it during the game with Angry Ginge.
But it's 1 week. His guy's working very hard to recover from this ACL, and he wants to keep
recovering with his ACL. He wants to what?
He wants to keep what's called. He wants something to do while he's getting injured. He's building his social media. He's building his YouTube.
Yeah, and I said he's got every other minute of the week to do that.
Okay, this would accelerate it a bit. So
do me a favour, accelerate it a bit. Come on, man.
It would.
Do me a favour.
You don't think it would?
It's not going to make any difference.
Of course it would.
No, it won't. The guy is a multi-millionaire footballer that has eyes on him everywhere he goes. Any content that he puts out is going to get thousands and millions of views.
Mm-hmm. What if he did it with a Tottenham fan? Would you have the same problem?
Just don't do it like during a game. Like be on the bench with your teammates.
So even if he did it with a Tottenham fan, you'd have a similar issue.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be as embarrassed as I am. It wouldn't be as embarrassing as it is doing it with Angry Ginge. But I genuinely believe he should be on the bench with his teammates like every other injured player is.
Why does it matter if one game he isn't?
Why shouldn't he be?
It's just one game.
He wants to build his social media presence. Fair play to him.
Tottenham EZ said nothing wrong with Madders making content with Angry Ginge like that. He can't play at the moment. Instead of us seeing him sit in the dugout looking downbeat and sulking because he can't play, we get to watch him showing his personality and be himself. What do you expect him to focus on when he can't play? Leave the guy alone and let him focus on something other than being unable to play.
Maybe just focus on being with your teammates and giving them those pep talks that you're so good at half-time and after the game. And I don't know, focus on making content with Andrew outside of the 90 minutes of football. How about that?
So for you, those 90 minutes
are sacred.
Sacred.
Absolutely.
Full focus on the game. Which you can argue he was, but he was just focusing on the game, but with a YouTuber. But I get the point. I do get your point where you say, I think the one thing I would say maybe is if he's on the bench, maybe he spots something, that Xavi's struggling with, and maybe he can give him a pointer. Hey, do this, do that. Don't drop so deep. Go, do this. He plays.
But he can't tell him because he's so engrossed with this conversation with Angry Ginge.
That's maybe a criticism you could say, but I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, I would say, to criticize him. Like, if you want to do it for a game, like whatever, I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I think it's content people want to see, and I don't have a massive issue with it. Like, if he's doing it every game, maybe that's a bit much. But he's only doing it one game.
Why? Why is it a bit much? Let him build his social media following.
This is one game.
It builds so much during the game, though. Like, why not do it every game?
It does. If he's doing an Angry Ginge, it will help. It's going to help.
He should get Angry Ginge in his box every game.
You're just going to be sarcastic for the rest of the video. Ryan82 says, I'm with Ben. Madison shouldn't be with a YouTube influencer. Completely unprofessional, in my opinion.
It's not that he shouldn't be with one. Like, he can do it in his own time. Like, he's an employee of the club. Let him do some work for the club.
I'm sure he got the okay from the club. I doubt he did it without their agreement.
Yeah, probably.
So, James Mikan says, Sim, what is why? Sounds like a 7-year-old. Not good content, mate. Look, the reason I kept asking why is because I didn't feel like I was getting an answer. But you've answered it more in depth in this video, I would say.
Have I? I thought I should have been saying the same things.
No, you haven't. You actually gave more in-depth answers in this video.
Oh.
Last time you were just saying it's wrong. You weren't really giving say why though. You were just saying that's what you think it's wrong. But this time you're like saying, he could have been talking to his teammates. He could have been closer to the team. You weren't really saying that last time. That's fair enough. All right, I understand that. Because look, if just saying it's wrong is not a reason. You have to. Why is it wrong? Why do you think he shouldn't be there? Instead of just saying I don't like it, essentially, which is what I heard last time.
I'm glad my reasonings are good enough for you this time.
You didn't give a reasoning last time, is my point.
I'm glad my responses are good enough for you this time.
It's not good enough. I just like to explore things a little deeper instead of just saying it's wrong because I think it's wrong. Like, let's actually explore that. Hung Diddley says, we said we did this one already. Madder should be ashamed.
Yeah, we've done that one.
All right, well, that's it. That is it then for all the comments. Should Madison have been with Angry Ginge? We've discussed it enough, I think. Hopefully,
it's interesting though. If you look at that video and you look at the comments underneath, it's just such a split, isn't it? Such a split of like some people saying, yeah, it doesn't matter. Some people saying I'm right. Some people saying you're right. Yeah. I feel like it's like age related.
What, the 3 year difference between me and you make all the difference?
Nah, I just feel maybe not between me and you, but I'm saying the people in the comments.
We were watching a bit of the Angry Ginger. It's on his Ginger's channel at the moment. They've released a video. And what do you think of Ginger asked Madison for a prediction? He said 2-2.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Madison didn't predict us to win.
No, he said it's going to be a tight game, maybe 2-1 Spurs, but 2-2. It's like, I don't know how I feel about that. He's basically saying we're not going to win. He's not a player. Like, he's, as much as I understand, he's not playing and stuff, and like he sees him every day.
Got a problem with Madison's content?
Not his content. It's I don't have a problem with him doing a video with Angry Ginger. I'm just trying to figure out what does that mean. What does that say about what he thinks of the team?
Yeah, but also you got to look at it that Manchester United have been doing well recently, and he's just giving an honest opinion.
Yeah, fair. I hear that, but it worried me a bit that he wasn't confident we were going to win at home against Man United.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. I want to know his opinion for the North London derby. Exactly. Or maybe I don't want to know his opinion for the North London derby. You're going to
have to tune in, mate. You're going to have to tune into his next video.
I don't mind tuning in. I like his content, like I said. Just there's no need to do it. Well, you never know. He can do a watch along with Lee Judges for the Arsenal game. Who knows? But yeah, look, that is it from us today. But that is not actually it from us today.